afternoon and welcome to another Movers and Mints Daily. My name's Goldie and I bring you the most popular Solana NFTs over the past 24 hours, and I introduce you to a popular upcoming mint. This is your show for September 9th, 2022. The price of Solana right now is $34.68. We'll keep that in mind when we talk about floor prices. But before we dive into everything, as always, I want to remind you, I'm not a financial advisor, so please do your own research before investing in any projects. Never be willing to put up more money than you can afford to lose. Also, please subscribe, like my video, drop a comment, share it with a friend. I do this every day, day in and day out. A lot of work does go into it, so any interaction is greatly appreciated. So having said all that, the top 5 is very interesting today. We have a couple new projects. A former mint I featured busting onto the scene, and the mint that's going to be coming up, a new casino project that looks pretty promising. So let's dive into all of that, starting with the 5th most popular project over the past 24 hours, and that is going to be Unveiled. Now, I'm not going to lie, the artwork kind of trips me out a little bit. It's like a face kind of pulled out of its head. But neither here nor there. They're doing very well. They're brand new. A 1.29 floor price, as you can see here. And since they have come onto the scene, they've done 6.1 thousand in Solana. So very successful first day with them. It's Manifest Your Dreams, Join the Unveiled, where brand meets utility, building the dopest community, brave incubator, streetwear brand, and more. I don't typically like to read the descriptions for all these, but when they're new, I do, just to kind of give you an idea of what they are if you're listening. So the Unveiled, successful first day. Pretty cool to see new projects coming in and having success. We'll see if it can be sustained. Don't really know much about this one, but hey, that's what the show's for. Introduce you to popular ones, and then you take the ball and run with it. So having said that, let's move on to number 4, and this one is the one that I prefaced in the intro. We talked about this on a previous show about an upcoming mint, and now you can see them minting and doing very well. A 3.19 floor price. It's called Utility APE. So in the past 24 hours since they've minted, they've done 12,500 in Solana. So a very impressive first day, and doesn't surprise me because when I talked about this mint, it's a very interesting project with a lot of utility to it. Building the best community, utility, and security tools in Web3. Provide engagement, gamification, and enhanced security for Illuvium, Nicoverse, Cheddar Block Games, Kikiverse, and many more. So you can see they're kind of integrating themselves with other projects, a lot of tools there. So check them out if you're interested in this one. It is Utility APE. Now switching gears here, completely the other direction, a total degen project coming in at number 3 is a project called the Dumbass Donkeys. It's a brand new project, and it's just looks like they're having a great time. If you head over to their Twitter page, it is basically just somebody spouting off all the time and just angry at the world. So it's funny. Projects like this do play. The description says the dumbest donkeys to ever exist. 10,000 unique digital collectibles roaming the Solana blockchain. I mean, the floor price is 4.49 right now. They busted out of the scene, 17.6 thousand. Solana in volume since they've come on. It hasn't even been a day yet. Kind of great goats, okay bears, hello panther maybe, just those kind of vibes with the artwork, PFP for sure. Like the cowboy hat, Texan here, hello, love the cowboy hat art. But anyway, Dumbass Donkeys. Don't know where this is gonna go. The only link I saw was on their Magic Eden page, was to their Twitter. So this project and everything else we're talking about is in the description below. If you're a degen and this one sounds interesting to you, go ahead and check it out. Let's move on to number 2, and that's gonna be ABC. This project has come out of nowhere. I guess if you were in the know, it doesn't come out of nowhere, but to me, it's just incredibly surprising and encouraging to see projects come out of this bear market and do really, really well. They've just crossed 300,000 in Solana all time in volume. They started August 22nd, so they don't have social media channels. They minted for 1.23. They're up to a 58 floor price right now. And just to give you an idea how hot they are, still, since they minted, 20.4 thousand they've done in volume. in 1 day. So congratulations to you, ABC. You have created quite the momentum and continue to carry that on day in and day out. I think they've done a perfect balance of balancing intrigue with information. You know, they're giving you just a little bit of enough for you to stay interested, but they're keeping themselves, you know, in the shadows enough as well to keep you wanting more. So they're doing a great job. It's a community of builders, and you can find different social media outlets where people who own these kind of get together and talk about the project. So ABC number 2 today, which leads me to number 1, which is not going to be a surprise to anybody, and that is the Utes, the mint tubes. Now, I talk about this daily, but I'll just drop a quick piece of information for you on this one. The floor is 134 for these guys. Talk about a project on fire. 306.9 thousand Solana in volume all time, and all time is a couple of days, literally a couple of days. So these tubes, it's an offshoot project of DeGods. It's a part of this whole ecosystem that they're creating. And with the tubes, if you own a tube, you're going to be able to reveal a Ute. You don't have to, though. And that's where the intrigue comes in. So basically, there's going to be 4 levels of rarities: common, uncommon, legend, mythical, and legendary. Legendary, mythical, I forgot the order, but either way, what's going to happen is if you do, you know, say 75% of the people who own a tube reveal their Ute, and there's not a ton of legendaries or mythicals out there, well, guess what? Your tube is probably going to increase in price because there's still the opportunity for you to get it at a lower price in terms, you know, compared to one that's already revealed that is mythical. So it's going to be really interesting to see what happens. I think they're doing that 5 days after the mint of the tubes, which was 3 days ago. So by my math, that's 2 more days until we start to see reveals. So I'm really looking forward to that. That's going to create a lot of hype in the Solana ecosystem, and you're going to see it everywhere. So that's going to round it out for the top 5 Solana NFT projects in the past 24 hours. Now, we're going to look ahead to a popular upcoming mint. I always like to remind you how I get to give you an idea of my thought process. So I go to the drop calendar on Magic Eden. I filter by the number of upvotes, and then I go from there because you have to log in to the Magic Eden website in order to register an upvote, so you can't really cheat the system. So seemingly out of nowhere, the Moodguys have flown. They're number, 5 overall in terms of popularity and upvotes, 5,047. So of course I wanted to look at this one. So I'll read the description real quick. We know what we're doing and where we're going at the Moodguys. Follow your inner self, and then you will discover the strength and luck that the universe has given you. Listen to your inner voice, not the voice of centralized systems. Moodguys is the power of the human self, a collection of 3,333 NFTs on the Solana blockchain, of which 777 NFTs have certain attributes and gain access to income from Moodguys Casino with new slots and many new mods. And 2,556 NFTs will access the income of a decentralized investment fund. So you already understand these guys are not so simple. Welcome to the private Moodguys DAO with the best alpha players and blue chip holders in the community. So you kind of get a high level overview of what this project's all about. Hit up their website here. It's very well done. It's incredibly descriptive. One of the most descriptive ones I've seen in a bit. So I'm not, obviously for the sake of time, I'm not gonna read everything in here, but it does have everything that you're gonna need to know about the project. So everything you're gonna want to discover if you like this project idea is in the description below. You can check it out there. Head over to their Twitter page. On their Twitter page, 15.5 thousand followers so far, and the description made me laugh. It's time for Moodguys. Soul. And that's it. They do have the roadmap pinned to the top of their Twitter timeline, so you can take a look there if you're so interested. But you can head to their Discord, which we're going to do right now as well. So in their Discord, I like how it's neatly organized. On the left here, it has all the... this is just something personally I always like to see. It kind of gives you a quick snapshot of the project. So they have 6346 members in there, and all the details about the project. Public mint price is only going to be 0.5, so half a sol. So with it being at $34 right now, excuse me, yawned in the middle of the show. with the mint being in the middle of, or I'm sorry, with the price being where it's at, you're talking about $17, $18 to mint this once it happens. September 15th, so 6 days from now. And then I am in the About Project section on the left, and it's got a cool video here. I'm not going to play it for you, but you can jump in here and check it out if you're interested. It gives you a pretty good idea of what the project's about. And if you watch the show, you know that I always like to see this in a Discord. Look at all the collabs that they're doing on the left here. To me, that's a sign of a team that gets it, that's excited about working with other projects, because quite honestly, I think a rising tide raises all ships, and that's the situation that we're in with Solana. It's not a zero-sum game. It's not dog-eat-dog world out here. You know, we can all help each other. We all have our, when I say we, I don't have a project, but I mean, we all just, you know, want to prop this up together and grow together. So I love seeing that in a Discord channel. So that's it, the Moodguys. So check it out. September 15th is their launch date, and that's going to wrap it up for Movers and Mints Daily for September 9th, 2022. So thanks for following along. I really appreciate it. And as always, don't forget to subscribe, like this video, drop a comment, let me know what you think. If you got any projects coming up that you are interested in, let me know. I'll do a deep dive on it, all right? So until tomorrow, my name's Goldie. I am in Frisco, Texas. It's pretty hot still a couple weeks of summer left, so I'm going to ask every day, when's Solana summer? I will see you tomorrow for another Movers and Mints Daily.